The easiest way to stretch chain link.
In this video, you will learn how to stretch chain link wire. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope that this instruction helps you.
I cut myself a couple of pieces of scrap wire. If you don't have wire, you could use pieces of rope or even take a link out of the chain link and use it. This is going to help us so that the wire doesn't fall as we're unrolling it. You'll see how we use it in a second. We're going to unroll the wire and bring it down there, and every so often we're going to put one of these metal ties on it. This is the important part. When I put the metal tie on it, I'm going to be stretching the wire this way towards the open end. You don't want to put the metal tie on this side, because when you start stretching it, eventually it's going to hit the post. So what you want to do is put the metal tie on this end, so as you're stretching, it's just getting pulled this way, and it's not going to hit anything. Okay, now if you notice, we don't have enough wire, obviously. The wire comes in a roll of 50 feet. We have 60 feet here. So what we're going to do is we're going to tie it to the end, and then we're going to add 10 feet of wire onto it. And it's really simple to mesh two pieces together, and we're going to show you how. Okay, let's get this to the end and tie it off. Tell me when you're at the end, kid. Okay, now, before he lets go, we're going to put a couple of ties. See, I told you, we're going to put it on this side right here. I'm going to put a tie real loose so that it doesn't fall into the wire, into the water. Okay, I'm going to put another one over here. And the reason I say loose is if you do it too tight, you're not going to be able to pull the wire. You want to be able to pull the wire. This one I'm going to do a little bit closer over here, so that makes it easy to tie the two of them together. But I'm going to take it off before we stretch. Okay, one more. The wire is up and it's not falling into the ocean, so that's a positive. Now we're going to take a tension bar like I showed you before. Let me see the tension bar. The tension bar slides easily into the wire, kind of like this. Watch. It just slides in like this, okay? And then you're going to put a tension band on the end and tie it. So he's going to put it on the last link and then tie it up. And you have 3 tension bands. You're going to space them kind of evenly. You don't have to take out a tape measure, eyeball it, and just make sure it's kind of even. Real simple. Now, before he puts that on, you see how he lifted it? He lifts it up so that it's at the right height. I want the wire, when we're done with the fence, I want the wire to sit about here, where the link is just a little bit above the top rail. I don't want it to sit below the top rail. I want it to just sit just above the top rail. It looks better. I like the way it looks. And if this was like a security fence, the top would have little barbed, sharp ends on it, and it would prevent kids from, people from climbing over the fence. Not just kids, anybody. Nefarious characters. All right.
The Fast and Nefarious.
All right. Why don't you just pull that green tag off of the chain link. We have to join that roll of chain link to this roll of chain link. How are we going to do that? If you notice, when we unrolled the chain link, there was this straggler. It's not garbage. They put this here for a reason, so that we could join it to that. If you look at the way this ends, come on over here, Alex. You see, each diamond is made up of 2 pieces of wire. 2 pieces of wire make up a diamond. So over here, you see we have a half a diamond, okay? What we need to do is we need to join that roll to this piece over here. Now, I'm going to take that roll, I'm going to take a full diamond and bring it over to here. And then when I join the 2 of them together, I'm going to have a diamond, and it's going to join together. If I bring the roll over with a half showing and put this in, then I'm going to have a diamond and a piece just hanging out there. That's not going to work. So I take a full roll and I make sure that I start it with the full diamond, and then I weave in the loose straggler that they gave me, and I'm gonna have a full diamond, and I'm gonna close it up, and it's gonna look like it was made at the factory. Look at that big, strong man.
Rice and beans since I was little.
So you see Alex over here, he brought it over, and we have a half a link on showing. We can't bring this over, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it over, and now we have the full link. So he's gonna bring it over to here, and we're just gonna walk it out over here. Okay. Okay, all right, I'm gonna make this real loose so that it goes together easily. All right, so come here. So now I have a full next to a half. I'm gonna just kind of line those up, and I'm gonna take this piece, and I'm gonna start weaving it in. Okay, so watch, I'm just starting. Okay, now I just weave this in, just twist it, twist it, twist it, and just follow it down. Okay. Okay, you want to go down there and with your fence pliers and make a loop. So now we're just going to join these together. Just kind of make a loop there. And watch up here, Alex. We're going to do the same thing. I now pronounce you chain link. There you go. All right, good. All right, now we got that. Now we got a full link. That's beautiful. That was so easy. I once had a job at a hardware store, Albert Brothers Hardware in Belmore, and we would have scrap chain link just left over from projects, and we'd have like 1,000 2-foot pieces, and the owner would have us in the back weaving 2-foot pieces together until we had 50-foot rolls. He didn't throw away anything. Okay, smart man. All right, now we're gonna take this off here because it's too close to that post, and we're gonna move it. Last one, we're gonna put right here on the other side. And now we got the temp fence. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this as much as we can by hand just to get the slack out. So just keep pulling so we get as much of the slack out as we can. Okay, now that's about as much as we could do by hand, but obviously this is too loose. So what we're gonna do is, okay, we're gonna use the pull jack. We're gonna put this around here and we're gonna pull the fence, and then we're gonna cut it and tie it off. So I need some slack. So pull jack is, it's kind of like the same equipment that's on a boat trailer. You gotta be able to pull this. So to pull this, you're gonna just pull up on it, release the tension, push that in, and he's gonna pull some wire out. Okay, all right. Now, we're gonna put it around here. Do you have an extra bar? We're gonna put this somewhere. I think I could stretch this. There's a lot of loose wire here, so I think I'm pretty confident we could stretch quite a bit. So I'm gonna drop this garbage bar that we carry on the truck somewhere in the middle here, like this. Okay, and the reason I use the bar is because it's going to pull it evenly, and you'll see why. Now, I don't want to wrap this around the bar until I do what? I want to lift up some of my fittings. Otherwise, I got to take them off, pull them apart, and put them back on, which is a pain in the neck. So Juanito is going to pull up the first 4 tension bands, because that's how good of a guy he is. All right, so he's got 4 tension bands up. All right, well, no, pull them up higher. Just pull them to the top. All right, what we're gonna do now is I'm going to put this around this pole like this. All right, and whoop, I'm going to take this, I'm going to put one on top, and you're going to lower that wire a little bit. Okay, now notice I lowered the wire below where the middle tension band is going to go, because I don't want to have to move it. And now I'm going to take the other side, and I'm going to hook it up right here. Now, you just start cranking it, but when you're cranking it, you're going to have somebody lifting it up to make sure it doesn't get snagged anywhere. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to pull this. Just make sure it doesn't get stuck anywhere. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting. How tight? Is it tight? More? Okay, now you want to pull the wire enough that it's tight, but you don't want to pull it enough that the diamonds start expanding, because I could pull this probably another 10 feet, but what's going to happen is the diamonds are going to separate, and as the diamonds separate, what happens to the fence? It gets lower. Okay, because you're pulling it and it's becoming a piece of garbage. And if you have to put slats in here for privacy, this is the size you need. If you make those the wrong size, the slats aren't going to fit, and that's a problem. Fence plier is actually a really, really good tool, but you don't really need to own one of these. The reason I like these fence pliers is the tip over here, the sharp tip, makes it easy to put a tie around it and wrap a tie, and this part over here makes it easy to cut the wire. Now what Jose is going to do now is he's going to cut the slack out of there and he's going to tie it off on that end. Right now we have to cut this and be able to reach the tension band, so I don't want to obviously cut it this far because then I'll never get this over here. I know I could get this one over there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one out right here. So I'm just going to open this up. I'm going to separate them. Okay. Now, which one do you want me to pull out, Jose?
This one.
This one. Okay, so now he's going to twist that for me. I'm going to follow it on the bottom, and I'm just going to cut it because it's going to be garbage for us. And now he's just going to slip that out. Just the way we joined it together is how we separate it. Very, very, very simple. And now we have a piece of garbage, and we could save this actually and use it for temp ties on the other side. Now we're going to drop the tension bar in on this side. Really simple. Tension bar in. And now, remember, we got two here. We got this one and this one. This one is going to be for this side, this one's going to be for this side. So we're going to bring this up and kind of lift that up a little bit, and we're going to put that in right there. Who's got nuts and bolts?
Juanito.
Juanito, nut and bolt.
Small.
Yep. We'll put that in there.
Do that.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tighten this. I'm going to pull it one more time, make it easy for Jose. Okay, now it's going to be real simple. And now he's going to put the middle one on and put it right in there. Good.
That's a good one.
Yep. See how easy we made this? We pulled it a little bit more and it made it nice and loose.
Good.
Okay. And you want to pull it a little more for the bottom?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Okay. Now, before he tightens that, we're going to take the pull jack off. Okay? Alex, watch. All right. To get the pull jack off, just like we did at the beginning, I'm going to release a little bit of tension. I'm going to push this lever up, and then it's going to come here. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to move it all the way down, I'm going to push, and I'm going to release. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to bring it all the way down, push, and until it becomes real loose. I bring it all the way down, and now I can release it. I take it off of here, I take it off of here, and then Jose is going to just fish it through there, and boom. And that was so easy. Now we have a whole side done, and you can tighten that up. Obviously, when we do these small pieces, we don't need a pull jack. On a small piece like this, we're going to put the wire in, we're going to pull it by hand, very simple. But before we do that, we're going to pick up those nuts and bolts. All right, we're going to do the same thing now. Again, we're not going to pull it from here down to there because I have that deck in the way over there, and it's just really, really difficult to use a pull jack in a confined area. It's so much easier to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to unroll the wire back down to that side, and we're going to tie it off, and we're going to do the same thing. We have enough wire hopefully left over to do the two pieces. We do? Okay. Pulling it towards the open spot because he has some place to sit. Okay, now we're done with this. When you wrap these up, don't wrap it up loose. Tie it off to something, okay? Tie it off to something. Just put a little tension on it when you wrap it. Let it pull to you. Otherwise, when you get this all cranked up, you're gonna have a lot of loose cable in there, and it's gonna be hard to use next time, and eventually you're just gonna damage it. So wrap it up with a little bit of tension, like this, and now you're set to go for the next time you need it.
This job had 2 small sections under 3 feet wide. For these, you can stretch the wire by hand.
I'll take the nut. I don't think we'll get to this one, so let's do this one. Yeah, you have your thing? Let me have your fence play. Yes. Oh, loosen up, give him some slack.
Thanks for watching. Check out the video on the left for this full chain link installation tutorial, and check out the video on the right to see the next step, which is tying the fence. Make sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time.